In AD 43, the Roman Empire, under Emperor Claudius, launched a successful invasion of Britain. This marked the beginning of Roman rule over the island, bringing profound changes to the Celtic tribes who inhabited the land. The Roman conquest of Britain was met with both resistance and cooperation from various tribes. While some tribes fought fiercely to defend their territories, others saw alliances with Rome as a means to gain power and stability. One of the tribes that initially allied with the Romans was the Iceni, ruled by King Prasutagus. Prasutagus sought to maintain his kingdom's autonomy by naming the Roman emperor company heir to his kingdom alongside his daughters. However, when Prasutagus died, the Romans ignored his will, annexed his kingdom, and brutally mistreated his family. This betrayal and the subsequent abuses sparked outrage and ignited a fierce desire for revenge among the Iceni. And so begins the story of Boudicca, Prasutagus' widow, who rose as a formidable leader. Fueled by a burning desire for justice and freedom, Boudicca united her people and led a rebellion that would become legendary. Boudicca was the queen of the Iceni tribe, located in what is now modern-day East Anglia, England. She lived during the 1st century AD, a time when the Roman Empire was expanding its territory across Europe. The Iceni tribe initially had an alliance with the Romans. However, when Boudicca's husband, King Prasutagus, died, the Romans ignored his will, which left his kingdom to his daughters and the Roman emperor. Instead, they annexed the territory, flogged Boudicca, and assaulted her daughters. Boudicca, determined to avenge her family's honor and free her people from Roman oppression, took on the mantle of leadership. She called upon her tribe and neighboring tribes to rise up against their common enemy. Her rallying cry resonated deeply. The Iceni, along with the Trinovantes and other tribes, united under Boudicca's banner. Boudicca's strategy was bold and ruthless. Her first target was Camulodunum, modern-day Colchester, where the Romans had their main center of rule. The city, ill-prepared for a large-scale assault, fell quickly to the rebels. Camulodunum was completely destroyed and burned to the ground. News of this devastating victory spread like wildfire, inspiring more tribes to join the rebellion. With momentum on her side, Boudicca set her sights to the largest city in the British Isles, Londinium, modern-day London. The Roman governor Suetonius Paulinus, faced with an overwhelming rebel force, decided to abandon the city. Boudicca's army descended upon Londinium, showing no mercy. The city was burned to the ground and its population faced the same fate as those in Camulodunum. The scale of destruction was immense, leaving the Roman authorities in a state of panic. The Romans, however, were not defeated. Suetonius regrouped his forces and prepared for a decisive battle. He chose a strategic location at Watling Street, where he could make the best use of his disciplined legions against the larger rebel force. The Battle of Watling Street was a clash of epic proportions. Despite being vastly outnumbered, the Roman legions, with their superior tactics and discipline, were able to withstand the initial onslaught of Boudicca's forces. The rebels, lacking the organization and armor of the Romans, were eventually overwhelmed. The defeat was catastrophic for Boudicca's forces, and many were killed in the ensuing rout. What happened to Boudicca is uncertain. The exact details of Boudicca's death remain shrouded in mystery. According to some accounts, she took her own life to avoid capture and the inevitable humiliation at the hands of the Romans. In the aftermath of the rebellion, the Romans reasserted their control over Britain with a renewed intensity. Boudicca is hailed as a British national heroine, celebrated for her fierce resistance against Roman rule and her enduring legacy of courage and defiance.